If you guys want anything to change at these venues in this country, you're going to have to drop that fucking attitude. You guys are going to have to be one-ply guys from now on because you're wondering why these vents are everywhere? Look in the mirror, dog. It's you 3 paper towel guys. All right. Episode 82 of the Fair Enough podcast. Bob in Detroit, Michael in Chicago, Jack in Detroit. 82 bottles of beer on the wall, dog. I don't
Thomas
got a single
Kopetsky
person.
from the 2010 Chicago Blackhawks Stanley Cup Championship. Call it a day. Let's move on.
What a loser for bringing that one out. Crazy that I was probably more likely to get a hockey player than a receiver.
A football player, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I can picture like 6 receivers running down the field right now, but can't name any of them.
No. Okay. 82. We got hard stance of the week, and then we got some random shit to get into. But first, Jack was just about to go off on a tangent about how I'm a flat earther. And I'd like him to explain to all of you why that is.
Well, the thing is, I asked Mike if he had good handwriting, and he said, I think a very relatable thing where if you try, yeah, I can write nice, but it very quickly spirals downward into some absolute chicken scratch.
Mm-hmm.
And then I told him, Bob writes like a flat earther, right? And just to be an insult, it could have been anything. We're not going to get into that.
You don't want to get into flat earthers?
No. But he writes, so when you're writing the lowercase L, it's just a stick, right? You go from the top to the bottom, and that's a wrap. That's it. Bob, though, goes from the bottom to the top. So on a P, he'll start with the stem and just wrap it around up top. See you later, P.
Yeah,
with an L, he's finishing up north. And it really makes zero fucking sense. I'm pretty sure, didn't you learn it that way in like 3rd grade or some shit?
I did. I learned it that way at Arrowhead Elementary. Shout out. And, or maybe I didn't learn it that way. Maybe they just taught me one way, and I was like, "That's for the birds."
Maybe
I'm
you
going
just
up.
Third grade teachers listening,
Maybe-
just like I did not fucking tell them to do that.
Maybe you just saw it and you did it, and they were like, "Well, it's not wrong, so fuck it." If this is,
Right.
I mean, writing is all about comfortability. So they're probably like, "Hey, this kid's not fucking putting H's when there's L's. Let's leave him alone."
I start almost every letter from the bottom.
Don't you do your 2's backwards from the bottom?
I start my 2 from the bottom.
Yeah, that I remember you showing me that one time, and I almost shit my pants. It's like
how
you do
the
a
fuck
backwards.
Could you start a 2 from the bottom?
What do you mean?
He draws an S from the like.
I start right here, go across, and then up.
Holy, and you don't loop your 2's either, do you?
No, I'd never.
Holy shit! Do you guys cross your Z's and 7s?
I cross my 7s, not my Z's.
I was too late in the game with that, and I feel like if you're not doing it from the jump, you can't really just jump into that kind of life.
That's not true. I started doing it like not too long ago, like probably like 5 years ago. Like after I got out of college, I started crossing my fucking 7s. I don't know what happened or why, but it was like post. Weird. It was like post college. I started doing that, and I don't know why. I think it's because like a lot of my letters, they don't jumble together, or my numbers, they don't necessarily jumble together, but like I have like a pretty distinct way of writing all my letters, and they kind of look the same. So I was really trying to just make them all, the 2's and shit like that, the 2's and the 7s. I was just making sure for a fact like it was distinct, even though you got to be a flat earther to fucking not understand it. But it was a just in case thing. You know what I mean?
No, that makes sense. I started doing it in college because I was taking way too much math and chemistry, and you can't have a 2 next to a Z, or like, or like even like
a 7 next to a 2. Like when you can't see the bottom really good.
Yep. And then like even an X, I put a little tail on my X to make sure that it's not a multiplication symbol, because a multiplication symbol is just the X. So you need a tail on your letter X. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's writing in Latin.
So
That's what he's
That's
doing.
some nerd shit
you
right
got to
there.
do some
That's
calligraphy when you're
Yeah.
writing that shit, bro. Plus, I was writing notes for fucking 17 other people all the time, so that didn't help either. But so I had to make them legible.
I feel like there's a few things like that where you just can't. When did you do it, Mike? You said after college?
Yeah, it was post college. I was post. I don't. You know what's funny? That I don't even know. It might have been 4 years ago only. It might have been like when I started this job because like I never really wrote too much until like when I was a custodian. I didn't write too often. You know what I mean? And
Right.
like then got this job where I was actually writing shit down and putting shit in like the computer, blah blah blah. And that might be, it might be 3 years ago I started doing it, but I've done it I don't know. That's a good question, and now I don't know what the fuck I do. But I do cross my sevens, and I have now for a little bit.
I'm very proud of that. I'm glad you do. I think that's a practice everybody should be taught from the very fucking get go.
I agree 100% on that.
But it does seem like some bullshit, like British thing somehow. For some reason, I'm pretty sure that's British. Don't fucking Google that because it's probably wrong. But that just feels like such a fucking London thing to do. You know, fuck that.
I don't know. I don't want to keep shitting on Bob, but Bob seems like the kind of guy who sorry, who
believes that the
Bring
earth
it
is
on,
flat.
fellas. What the fuck do you guys got today? I
like
want to hear
all
it.
of the capital letters in cursive, he does them like the way it showed up over the chalkboard and shit. Like with the F's and the T's look the same, but really they're just a little different. Like I don't know.
Oh yeah. I
You're-
was exact with you were spot on there. I'm exact with
Yeah.
those. Who's writing in cursive though?
Well, I mean you write your signature and shit, but like I've never my last name is Felbo, obviously, and like the reason why I talk shit about you because my brother does the same thing, and his name is Tom Felbo, right? So like he has both of them, bang bang, those are his initials. So he does like the proper looking TF, and I'm like, dude, you have such an easy dot dot. Like the way I do my F is completely different. Like I may have shown you this before, but hold on. So
I feel like now if you write in cursive, you're an asshole.
that's how I
don't want
do
to
my
read your
capital F. Like
That's a great capital F.
Nah,
Well,
dude. You're
doesn't look
goofier
anything
than a
like-
football bat.
it doesn't look anything like a normal F, right? So like it's
No.
I don't know.
I'd take that as a T every day of the week.
No, the T goes all the way across, nothing in the middle. It's maybe a lowercase t if you're fucking flat earthing.
Dude, that is flat earth. And to not put a top line on your F, that's crazy.
It is on there, but I do a little squiggle at the top. It's cute. It looks hot. It's sexy.
It's
For
not
the
on
fucking
there.
girls. Dude.
Yeah, dude, but you're Michael Talbot. That's what you are.
Oh my god. There's two lines like this, son.
No, there's
Not like
not.
this.
Show
Yes,
that
there
again.
is.
Bring it back up. This is bad
All right.
radio, but I want to fucking see it. If you're
So
not
look,
watching the YouTube, fuck
There's
you.
the top line and
Yeah.
then the middle line.
Oh, that's not a top line. Wait, am I looking at this backwards?
Yeah, technically, I think so.
Oh, okay. That would
Yeah,
change a lot.
Either way, I don't know if you are. Either way, that's how I write my F's. I don't think you
Wait,
are
raise
either.
your
now that I'm
right
thinking
hand,
about
Michael.
it.
So when I make it,
Oh yeah.
when I
Yeah,
make
no,
it,
so that's correct. That is correct.
Yeah.
wait.
You were looking at it backwards.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so his F goes to the right. Okay, I just want to make sure.
No,
All right. Well,
no, my F goes to the left. It's straight up. It's just shut up. I'm dumb. You do it right. I just said you just pegged me as a guy that does his cursive letters properly without, like mixing it up and making it look good.
That was the craziest sentence that I've ever heard in my life. A guy that does it properly after he just showed us a backwards F.
TLDR, Mike believes the earth is flat.
Yeah, dude. I mean, let's get real.
No way.
Holy fuck. I think another thing like that, I don't know why I think this, but getting into the game too late is marking your golf ball. I don't think I'll be ever be able to do it because I missed it up to this point, so I think it's over for me.
The only time I ever have a problem with that is when I play with you. You're the only other person I know that plays nitros. I know which ball is mine.
I mean that part of it too, but also like everybody puts the line.
Yeah, but
everybody.
a lot of balls already
Oh,
have the
yeah.
line on them nowadays too. Like a lot of balls already have like a little built-in line, or you can buy them with that. Which
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen. I'll get you one for your fucking birthday or something. They have like little ball stamps, and they can get like Donald Trump's face, an American flag, a weed sign, a middle finger. They have a bunch of cool ones, and you just stamp all your balls, and then you know it's yours.
Oh, that's kind of sick.
Yeah, I was like, that is kind of sick, but
I would get the
that is
weed one,
cool,
sure.
Steve. Yeah, I get the weed
It's
one,
cool,
sure. He
Steve.
says.
We just watched. I don't know why I just thought about this, but we just watched Forgetting Sarah Marshall, and I just had to put that out there. Great film. If you're looking for something to do this weekend, it's on Hulu right now.
For some reason, when Mike said all those things, like the Trump, the flag, the weed sign, the middle finger, that group of items right there, and probably a few more that we could think of, for some reason reminds me of like if you walk into a gas station while you're on like a road trip, they always have a stand
Yep.
of either like sunglasses or stickers or like keychains, and all of those items are a part of that. Somehow, all the things Mike said are incorporated into one of the items on that fucking
It's
thing.
just like Americana. There's like a Ford hat sitting there.
Yeah,
Yep, absolutely.
It sells, dude. It sells. It's because people are dumb enough to go and buy that shit. You know what I mean?
People love a middle finger. They
Oh,
love Trump. They
absolutely.
love the flag. They love a pot
weed.
leaf. Oh God,
Yeah.
yeah. God forbid put a pot leaf on something that's getting snatched up real fast.
Well, people get fooled by the place that they see things too. If you saw like that Ford hat in fucking Meijer or in like a place that you're going to shop for actual clothes, you're probably not getting it.
Yeah, like Lids.
Yeah, you're not buying a Ford hat from PacSun.
Nah, they sell them out at the gas station though.
Yeah. Well, it's because it's like truck drivers and homeless people that buy them, you know?
I was going to say, there's a pretty crazy demographic of folks that be coming into gas stations.
But they're targeting the right demo. They're like, our
for
homeless and our truck drivers, they like the Ford hats. So we're sticking with them.
The amount of fucked up Jumpman symbols I've seen on gas station hats, and I'm like, dude, or that. So there's the Jumpman, and then there's the North Face symbol, and it's like, how
I've never
are people
seen that one?
Oh, I've come to Chicago, come to Burbank, baby. You see North Face, you see fucking foo North Face everywhere, and it's bad. It's like bad. It's not even close. Where it's like, dude, how are you paying $12 for a North Face hat at Sitco, bro? Like, you know that's not real. Like, what's the point? Just get a plain black hat, you know?
It's that bad where like it's almost an unrecognizable.
It says the North Taste. You know what I mean? Like it's got your
backwards F on it. Like what the fuck is that?
Hey, speaking of stores in Chicago, do we have any update on Scubas?
Oh,
how are they doing this summer?
Oh, I don't know, man.
Have you rolled by there?
I roll by there every day, and there's never been a soul outside of it. I've never seen anyone in it, so I don't know.
Mike, dude, you're gonna have to go in and do some on-site reporting.
I know.
I need a journalist here.
I genuinely do, out of just purely for my own like well-being. I do need to do that because I want to see. I want to know what's going on in there.
Dude, we could find some public records or something. Let's look up like their tax statements. Make sure they filed them.
We got some comments on that TikTok.
About Scooby-Doo?
Yeah, we did. A bunch of Chicago locals were like, yo, we thought the same thing.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't think, like, you could turn into the dude that keeps breaking into all the stadiums, except you just break into businesses that are, like, possibly drug fronts.
Yeah.
And just go in there and be like, why are you here? And they'll be like, we fucking flourish here. We got a big flipper market.
They're going to be like, they're going to see my Amazon wish list. There's going to be a bulletproof vest on there. It's like, why? Well, I'm going to Scooby-Doo today, so I
don't know what's going to happen. It's in the middle of a city. I don't have time to explain it all.
Is it close to the water? Like, is it close to Lake Michigan?
Jack, it's 2 blocks from my house, brother.
Oh, so not close to Lake Michigan.
Yeah, no, it's further from the lake than I am.
Mexico.
It's yeah.
Yeah, damn.
Well, should we get into hard stance of the week?
Dude, no, I kind of want to talk about something I did at work today that I'm regretting a little bit. I think it's really funny, and I just say fuck it, I'm just gonna share it. So I went on Bumble today, and because I'm a fucking simple bitch and I pay for it, you can set like certain parameters essentially,
like a weight range.
Yeah, like yeah. But what I did, did you say weight? Oh, yeah, no.
And you said, yeah. Clip
you know what's funny?
Yeah.
No, you know what? The thing is, though, I did do a height range, and I put it for 4'10" and shorter.
Hell yeah, dog!
Because I wanted to see what was out there in terms of
short queens.
Yeah, then I even put it down to 4'9" to see if I can get the ones with the head and the hands. You know.
Okay.
I
And
would have set it to 6'10".
well, maybe that's my next
Yes.
venture, just for shits and grins. But
Yeah. You get yourself a left
there,
tackle, baby.
hey, there's some hot ass fucking short girls, man. I mean, we all know
Oh
that, but
yeah.
I was pleasantly surprised with
With the
the
selection.
volume. With the volume, yeah. I mean, I'm no fucking stud by any means, so I can't be talking shit. But I was just like, I mean, I'm talking like
No.
half hour, just look, cause it's slow as fuck at work, just sitting here swiping on
Mm-hmm.
on people up to my nipples.
I wonder if rude tall women do that. They just fucking punch in 5'7" and under just to see what's going on, and then they see my
Yeah,
face and they're like, ah, never mind.
yeah, definitely been part of that. But I felt weird after the fact. I was like, I shouldn't have done that. Not that it matters,
uh,
but
did you move forward with anyone?
well, no, I mean it just happened like an hour and a half ago, so I haven't gotten any nibbles yet. So
Well, keep that on. I'd like to hear where this goes.
I'm not gonna keep it on, but I'll keep you posted if any short queens come in my DMs, and it's
Hell
Bumble, so they
yeah.
gotta message me first. So
Mm,
that's right.
damn.
Um,
I didn't like that about Bumble. I had
what?
that for a little bit, but
Oh yeah, that
I
you can't. Yeah,
I
you
got too many
can't riz
lame
these
ass
bitches up.
messages, bro.
Yeah, or you get no message from them. And you're like, well, why'd you even swipe? Yeah, it's like you want to be able to use your personality to get these motherfuckers to respond back to you. And
They
if they're a
shouldn't be
Yep.
able
proper.
to do no message. That's their end of the deal on Bumble. Like you got a message. You
Yeah,
shouldn't be
I
able to
mean,
just put nothing.
Yeah, you
well,
just force them to say something.
or they start saying, I accidentally swiped right on you. You're not my type, and then I'm gonna be way more hurt than you not
Oh
sending
god,
shit.
yeah.
So
That can't happen. Yeah, you're right. That would be a big stomp to the ego.
yeah, I'm pretty sure the Clippers would have to take Bumble off their fucking their jersey or whoever it is.
Oh yeah, somebody does have that. That's crazy.
I think it's the Clippers.
Yeah,
Maybe.
they're a Bumble franchise.
Yeah, that's so funny, man. But all right. So we've talked about bathrooms before, and I've been to a lot of Cubs games this year, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it makes me proud to be a Cubs fan because the fucking you wash your hands and they have paper towels.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm so sick of it, and we may have talked, like I said, we may have talked about this before, but I'm so sick of bathrooms in public places that do not have paper towels and they only have fucking hand dryers,
Yep.
especially at venues because everyone's trying to get in and out, dude. Like, I'm not trying to sit here with my hands doing this for fucking 20 minutes to get in and out.
Same.
So there's my hard stance of the world. Stop putting fucking air dryers and pay the money for paper towels.
I couldn't agree more. And let's think about this. Let's make sure we're crossing all our bases here. Let's make sure we're crossing our F's and dotting our T's. The paper towel definitely costs more, I would assume, than running the electric heater, hand dryer.
It's
Gotta. But what cost is it? And also, are the paper towels like you could get the other side of people where like, oh, they're hurting the environment? No way. Those things fucking disintegrate in 2 seconds. The second they hit the trash can, they're done. So
It's like cotton candy in there, dude.
yeah, I mean, it's just a money thing, which is fork up the extra 5 cents per month for these fucking paper towels. You can get a billion of them in bulk for the entire season and be good. And yeah, dude, you're right. You're standing there. This is how every airport is too, which stinks.
Yeah.
Because you're definitely not trying to be in the airport bathroom for more than 8 seconds. And you're standing there and it's the lower one. It's the one that like is open on the top. So you just fucking zoo, 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 and it's just air going across and you're just zoo, zoo, zoo.
Yeah.
That one's brutal.
That one is brutal.
And also I get it, like, but these are the best ones. These are the best ones. The ones where they just got the little lever on the side and you just fucking hammer it and it just feeds.
Oh yeah,
Those are the best ones. But I get it, like, okay, we don't want the handle, we don't want like people touching that and blah blah blah. But they got the wave ones, and those ones work great.
Absolutely, and those limit the waste, so people aren't doing the fucking
True.
The slot machine fucking max play every time. You're
Yep.
getting one fucking 8-inch square at a time. It's like, okay, I
Yep.
need 3 of these and I'm good, you know?
And if you really want to save money and like, yeah, I mean, I guess if you want to reduce waste, you can do this too, but just one per person. That machine knows if you're still fucking standing there, you try to wave again, he's giving you the middle finger. You're getting one towel. You get the fuck
Yeah.
out of there.
You better have some quality paper towels though for doing that though.
Nah, dude. How many do you need? How wet are you getting?
I use 2 at work every time I wash my
Yeah,
hands.
I usually grab 3 just out of because I don't want to have to wipe the extra on my pants, which I
I
still
think
do.
I would use 3, but ours is the motion sensor, and it would take too long to wait for a third one.
I get that.
If you guys want anything to change at these venues in this country, you're going to have to drop that fucking attitude. You guys are going to have to be one ply guys from now on because you're wondering why these vents are everywhere. Look in the mirror, dog. It's you 3 paper towel guys. That's why.
No way, dude. That's fair. And also, enough with the fucking see. You know what it was? It was novelty at first. You're like, oh, dude, look at this thing. That one. That
Yep.
one was so cool at first because you're like, oh, I could just shove my hands in here. But then you're like, oh, a year later, like this thing stinks.
Mm.
But get rid of the fucking automatic sinks too. The fact that they have the auto sinks that work half the time is insane.
When they put the hand dryer in that same area, like another thing coming off the sink, give
It's
me a
dog shit.
fucking manual, dude. I'm not gonna know how to work this thing. Like, are you kidding me? There's so many different spouts
For
coming out.
real,
Like
dude.
behind the water is the soap. You got to reach
Yeah,
further. That's
dude.
crazy.
The soap one, forget about it. I'll spit on my
Yep.
hands before I use a fucking automatic soap dispenser because
Yep.
it's
I'll
just
go
not
back in the
happening.
toilet and rub my hands in my shit and walk out just out of protest.
Yeah. Oh my god, those are the worst too, though, man. Like I'm just done with all this auto shit, man. Just give me the fucking the pound down fucking buttons, hot and cold. I want 2 options on how I wash my hands too, cold or hot. You know.
Yeah, I never get to decide that because I never know which levers are which. So
True.
half the time they're not marked. What do you think
I just
if we had to rank them? Where do you think what is the best hand dryer as far as if it was the air one rather than the paper towel? Like how
I
you
mean
said the lever's the best.
the Dyson one or whatever it is that just is like a monsoon of fucking like a tornado that comes out. There's a couple that are like where it like pushes your skin into your bone. You know what I'm
The
saying?
one that's you're talking the one that I was talking about that's like dick height that you put your hands
No, no, no,
down
no, no,
into.
no, no. The ones that it goes downward, but when you get it, like the pressure is so hard that like it literally like pushes like as if say you took
This
like a
is like the
fucking
rusty white one with the
Yeah. Oh, okay.
metal
You're talking
dispenser
about
of air.
the exhaust pipe. That's what you're talking about.
no, I'm not
Yes,
talking
the
about that one.
chrome tip.
I feel like that one
Oh,
doesn't have enough power. It's like just like a straight up like a gray box. I'd have to fucking look it up, but it's got mad power. And like if you put your hand in there, it looks like someone is fucking blowing a leaf blower on your hand.
Is it a slit of power? Is it a circle of power?
There's a circle of power, and I like the circle of
Oh, okay.
power.
Yeah, I like the circle of power too.
Yeah.
That
The slits are okay because they reach wider, but it's like
mhm.
then you're still doing the motions. Like I don't want to have to do the motions. I just want to sit there.
Yeah. They don't I'm not Shaq, dude. Like I don't need that much coverage. We just need
Yeah,
to get him in, get him out. I'm an exhaust pipe guy though. Big
yeah.
time. I think
I
those
mean,
pump out some air. I don't think you're giving them enough credit.
maybe I'm not, but I do feel like there's better ones. But I just don't like any of them honestly because I never give them a chance to do what they're supposed to do. Unless I'm the only person in the bathroom, I'm never staying there long enough for my hands to be dry by one of those. Like just it's just simple as that. Especially when it's only like one of them and there's 5 like there's this bar Bourbon Street that we go to that it's like it's kind of popping, but it's like the South Subs like fucking it's like their nightclub type place, you know what I mean? And they got a bunch of rooms. It's fun. but their bathroom has 2 sinks. I mean, there's probably, I don't know, 20 urinals and 2 stalls, and then there's only 2 sinks, 1 hand dryer. So it's like you just got a gang of motherfuckers behind you while you're washing your hands, and then it's like you're almost to the point where like, well, fuck it, I'm not even gonna wash my hands, but I also don't like doing that either. Like, I mean, I don't know, like, not that I'm
That is
pissing on
crazy
myself.
negligence on their part. That should be illegal.
That's what I'm saying. Where it's like, ah. So I'm sitting here, I'm like, ah, fuck, I'm not drying these motherfuckers. I'm just gonna go find the nearest stack of napkins on the bar and dry them with that, you know?
Yeah, and normally when I'm at the bar, it's I mean, I guess if there's a guy in there and he hands me a paper towel, I'll use that. But normally at the bar, like after I wet them, I'm shaking them out. Like it just kind of is what it is, wiping them on the jeans. You
Yeah,
know.
I mean, then there is an occasional time depending where you're at. Like I do try to wash my hands most of the time, but like, let's get real. We're guys. We miss a hand wash here and there.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
I do try to, but it's like I just honestly I gauge the hand washing station, and I'm like, well, what's more efficient, just walking the fuck out and then whatever, or actually getting there and washing my hands and shit. It's like, I don't know.
Right.
Bro, the tin roof in Detroit, I have a fucking bone to pick with you and your goddamn bathroom downstairs.
Okay.
Whatever
Okay.
guy you got sitting in there every fucking night, he's going to get my business every single time. And it's not even a question, because how are you supposed to walk past this dude without washing your hands?
You
I
gotta
don't know if it's a
pray
ploy to keep the
that
place clean
Jesus.
or...
You gotta pray to the good Lord upstairs that he's already working with somebody, so you can roll on by. And the reason is, and I've talked about this. Well, I think I talked about this to you guys, but I actually listened to a podcast. Shout out to the Barstool Chicago boys. Eddie interviewed a bathroom attendant, which was fascinating. And he talked about like why people hire him, like what the process is, what's a jip, what's not a jip. Like if somebody doesn't tip you, are you fucking
Whoa,
butthurt?
don't be saying the word jip, dude. That's not good.
JIP, not GYP.
Okay.
That jip.
All right.
God, I was trying to find a fucking slur for you, but I can't think of one. I'm just looking at your stupid face. But anyway, they like bars hire them to, number one, stop people from doing coke in the bathroom. Number two, stop fights from happening in the bathroom. That's why people hire them, because it's such a big liability for the bar, and that's a lot of the time where drugs and fights and shit like that start. So when your bathroom attendant's in there, the dude that they interviewed was like, I've gotten into many a brouhaha.
Right. Well, dude,
Which
that's
is
actually
nuts.
fucking, that makes sense, but it's also hilarious that so this Saturday, Bob and I get to Tin Roof. It's like midday, probably like 5 o'clock. And the first thing we do is walk into the bathroom, and this dude, I was talking to this one guy. He was like, yeah, I'm from Vegas, whatever. Second guy walks in. He's like, I forget what he said. He's like, yo, you're from Vegas? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, you got any blow on you? Or like, you got any coke? Or he said some shit. And the dude just looked at me. I looked at him, and I was like, I don't have any fucking coke for you, so move on to the next person. But just said it loud as hell in the bathroom, which is practically connected to the women's bathroom. So like everybody's just around listening,
Yeah.
So funny. I just remembered that though when you said that.
Those are the people that the Tin Roof breeds, though, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah.
Tin Roofs all across America have those same dudes in them.
It's honestly insane. Like, I mean, we'll get back to the bathroom attendant, but it's just honestly insane how just people nowadays, especially like the younger, like a little bit younger than us type thing, like right in that range, but a little bit younger than us, like, but maybe a little older than Jack, but a little younger than you, how just openly people are about doing cocaine nowadays in public places. It's insane to me. Like, I'm all about it. Go do your thing. I don't give a fuck, bro. Don't get hurt doing it or whatever, and don't cause a fight. Go ahead, do it. But like the fact that people like will pass bags around in the bar and like walk to the fucking bathroom one by one, it's like, dude, you're not, like, they think they're so fucking slick. It's hilarious to watch the Coke group go to and from the bathroom, and you're like, dude, we all know what you're doing, bro. Like, you just did a little drug deal handoff in front of the whole bar with a little thing like that. Like, motherfucker, we get it. Like, it's so fucking funny, but it's just wild how openly people are just like, yeah, you got any blow, dude? Fuck it. You know?
Right.
It's just
In front of
crazy to me.
everybody.
Yeah. Where it's like,
And it
dude,
is crazy that it's probably the most dangerous time ever to do coke.
yeah. I
With
mean,
like what
in
fentanyl
reality,
is just
yeah.
dropping people left and right, you know?
No, for sure. Yeah. And people will just willy nilly fucking do random people's coke. And you're like, that's fucking crazy, man.
Right.
Like,
If you're out
blows
there
my
doing the
mind.
cocaine, get yourself a test kit and then party on.
Yeah. I mean, seriously, it's not a bad play.
But yeah, I mean, because after I listened to that, I'm not, I used to be anti bathroom attendant, but now like I just had to be educated.
Well,
I didn't
I
understand.
No, that
that's
makes
why
more
they're in there.
sense. I needed
I
to
thought
be
they were just
educated too.
hustling.
I think they do
Yeah.
need the. I do think those guys do need to tone down on the hospitality though, because it's like I don't need like you don't have to fucking put the fucking soap in my hands because I don't even need to use fucking soap. Like, what if I'm allergic to soap and they're like, you know, and you're like, dude, like, no, I can fucking pump my own soap. I can wash my own hands. I appreciate the paper towel. That's cool. But like, I don't need a mint. I don't need gum. I don't need fucking cologne that you've had sitting there for 20 years. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, tone down on the hospitality and just chill there unless I'm like, hey, bud, you got a fucking mint? You know, I don't know.
Yeah,
Just because I
they
don't
are.
need
They're
all
trying
that
to
shit.
hand you everything at once
Yeah,
too.
and they're trying to get a tip, and I feel bad because I literally never tip those guys because I never have cash, and I'm not gonna be like, hey, dude, you
Yeah.
got Venmo? Like, I'm never gonna be
No.
like, yeah, I got you. Um, so it's like, and also that like the whole like kind of like security guard motto that you're putting out there. I kind of feel like that's bullshit too, though, because I feel like a lot of the guys that I've seen are like older gentlemen like that kind of if you got in my way I'm gonna knock you over like and I'm a small guy, you know what I mean, like I don't know,
Yeah.
or maybe it's just the fear of having a worker in the bathroom like that, but I don't
Hmm.
know.
Yeah, it could be a little bit. I mean, yeah, there's definitely some feeble ones, but
Yeah,
there's some units out there too. Like that guy that was at the tin roof bathroom, he could have broken up a fight.
really.
Yeah, if he was feeling
Yeah,
like it.
see, if that's the case, that's one thing. And you know what's funny is like I'm more inclined to tip the guy that is like the older guy who every time you go to the bar you're like, oh, this dude, this is like his job, but then you talk to him for like 5 minutes and those guys make a shit ton of money on the weekends doing nothing, so fuck them.
Oh yeah. So fuck them.
For real, man.
Last thing on bathrooms, if you had a air dryer in your personal bathroom, do you think you'd use it?
No, I have
Would you be
towels,
interested in
bro.
that? Yeah, towels are way better. I just
Hand
wanted to see.
towels. I'm talking like hand, like normal ass towels, not paper towels.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No, yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be
So,
kind of. I'd be in for the paper towel dispenser, the one that we were talking about.
dude, who had that? Oh, this chick. I went to this girl's house probably like I don't know a month ago. Me and a couple buddies. She had a couple people over, and she straight up had hand paper towels right next to her sink, to use instead of dirtying up her shit. And I was like, hey, if you got the fucking money for it, do it. Like that's kind
That's
of
fucking
dope.
dope.
It wasn't like a dispenser, but it was definitely like a little holder that it was meant for him. And I was like, good for you.
It's like a cool novelty where like
Yeah.
you're not even. I mean, what you're spending like $10 on those once, and you get a million of them, and then it's just like people whenever they come over are like, oh yeah, she's got the fucking paper towels. That's sick.
Yeah. No,
You
definitely.
know,
Yeah. I'm curious. Yeah. I don't know how much it costs, but I thought it was definitely smart because then
it's a clout play.
you don't have to have like a towel in there because then, once three people wash their hands, if you're having a party, like it's wet as fuck. And now,
Oh yeah.
someone's using your fucking shower curtain because I've done that at parties before. Oh, there's no towel? Shower curtain it is, motherfucker. Like, I don't know what you want me to do with these wet ass hands. So that's what I'm doing.
Bro, people used to destroy our bathroom last year when we do like parties or pre-games and stuff, or like tailgate parties and shit at our house.
Mm.
My bathroom was downstairs in the basement. I shared one with my buddy Caleb, and people would just absolutely ransack the thing. One time we came downstairs, or like the next morning maybe, I looked in the bathtub. Somebody took all of our shampoo and conditioner and shit and just dumped it out. And so the whole bathtub was a soapy purple fucking mess. And it was brutal. I was pissed. Because imagine that. You go to take a shower, you got no utensils.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'd be so pissed. That's so
Yeah.
annoying.
And that shit's
Yeah,
low
super.
key not that cheap either.
No,
It's
No,
really
that's
not.
at least $15 to replace.
Yeah.
at least.
Dude, people are the fucking worst. Like, what? Where in your head does it be like, hey, you know what? Let's dump all this shit out right now.
Yeah, but it's a bunch of hammered, fucking drugged up 20-year-olds. So
I know, but
Yeah.
still, like, fuck.
they're
like,
not
dude,
thinking.
I don't know.
That was my Axe all-in-one shampoo,
Yeah, that was
conditioner, and body
in
wash.
one.
Yeah.
And toothpaste and motor oil.
Dude, you know what's funny? I saw this
Imagine it's toothpaste.
I saw this thing. It was like a 4-in-1. It was a fucking body wash, beard, hair, fucking face wash, and it was
Mhm.
called Foursome, and I thought that was super fucking funny.
Yeah, dude. See, stuff
That's
like
great
that.
marketing.
I respect the marketing there, and I'm probably gonna
Yeah.
buy it just out of
Yeah.
respect.
I don't
you
remember
know?
what brand it was, but I was hearing about it, and I'm like, damn, that's fucking cool. Well, not cool, but it's funny, clever.
That is funny. I'm a sucker for a good yarn like that.
Do you guys think that? So you know how guys get a lot of hate for that shit. Like girls are like, "Oh, if I look in a guy's shower and he's got 3-in-1, like immediate red flag, whatever." Do you think that hate is warranted? Like, do you think guys should be stepping up their soap game, or do you think we're a-okay where we stand?
Can I take this one?
Go ahead.
So I think there's a little bit of envy that comes out of women when it comes to that, for the sheer fact that they have to, for one, they have to protect their neck a lot better than we do. You know what I mean? Like their hair is long for the most part. And we get our shit cut every 2 weeks. So they have to spend stuff, for color, for fucking, for damaging hair and blah 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 blah. So they have to really put in the time and work to get those products right. When and then we get to go spend $5 that's gonna last us a month that does two things. Like I'll use a 2-in-1 hair, like conditioner and shampoo, no doubt. I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna do the 3 plus, but I like to use barred soap still, like a fucking grandpa.
Drawing the line at 2. I think that's a
Yeah.
good way. I think that's a good place to draw the line, is at 2-in-1. That's fine.
But I do think though, but I do think that you do see a difference when you use like a actual shampoo and conditioner compared to that, in terms of like your hair quality and shit. Because I have done that before, but I think it's more out of like they don't get it because they're so like we have to spend so much money on all this shit, and then these guys can just do that. It's like, oh, they're broke boy shit, but really it's like, nah, dude, our hair can get damaged because it's gonna get cut in 2 weeks. You know what I mean? I think there's a little misunderstanding, envy, and also I think girls just want to see a little more effort. But in reality, that's not the effort. Like, I mean, you go look in his closet, find his fucking manscaped.com, get the lawnmower 3.0. Then if he doesn't have that, then you're like, oh, this dude that's automatic red flag. You know what I mean? You trim your shit up, keep your balls nice and
You hear that, Manscaped?
yeah,
Sponsor the fuck out of us.
God.
That was free promo,
Yeah,
motherfuckers.
That was a pretty good promo with a personal story too.
Yeah, that's really good.
So,
Yeah, I agree though. I agree. I think that's way more important is keeping your shit ship shape in that
Mhm.
kind of way. Especially
Yeah.
like if you're growing a crazy beard and letting that get all straggly, like looking like shit, I feel like yeah,
Mhm.
that's way more important than not having a
Yeah.
2-in-1 shampoo.
Yeah, I think, even just
Girls
what you
are
put on-
crazy though too.
Yeah, and I think
The way
they've
that
been
dude, their shit's like between $30 and $60 for their
oh,
shit.
dude, for sure. When I bleached
Yeah.
my hair, I had to buy purple shampoo, and I spent $40 on a bottle that I use half of.
That's
Like,
crazy.
it was insane. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? I also think that over the years they've been duped by big shampoo, big bathroom, big toiletry. Where a lot of the shit that they pay for isn't exactly necessary, but it's just part of the machine that is, being a woman at this point.
They got to be making crazy like
Yeah,
money on, it's probably like what 10 cents for them to fucking make the bottle of shampoo and
exactly.
they're charging $40, you know?
Yeah, and it's like I get if it's like chemical free and all that shit. That's always nice, but like I'm pretty sure the core of a lot of stuff, it's like, dude, you can get one cheaper. Like you really could with all the same shit. It just doesn't have the big brand, the big box brand, you know.
That's like when you're in the pharmacy and you're looking for like Prilosec when all you really need's omeprazole. You just need the drug. You don't need the
Yeah,
name.
exactly. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
kind of comes with the territory. I also think another thing that I would look for instead of the 3-in-1 in the shower is like, does this guy like, you know, teeth shit, like mouth stuff, like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
do you have, you know, something like that, or even like some sort of, I don't do a face care routine or anything, but like I wash my face with something different than shampoo, and I, you know, sometimes I have stuff for my face that for certain situations, it's like that kind of shit is more important to me than a shampoo, you know, like my hair is soft all the time, so fuck off, you know.
Right. That's kind
But
of how I feel too. I need to get into the face.
I
The
agree.
face
Like
routine.
I have some stuff for like, you know, I have some stuff for like certain things when you're like, you can't wash your face, but you have some nice face fucking moisturizer, shit like that. But like, I don't have like a skincare routine. Like, I think I would like to, but it just seems so excessive. Like, I don't, you know, like
I
every
wouldn't. I don't
day.
have that every day. I don't
That's
got
what
it
I'm
in me.
saying. Yeah. It's like
Mm.
maybe I can do that like once a month, like an actual, like, you know, skincare. I think if it was maybe just like one little moisturizer thing, I can do it. But even then, I'd forget.
Right.
I don't know. Whatever. I love
You
how
want to hear
Jack.
something crazy?
What?
A rap song hasn't been #1 on Billboard for exactly 1 year today,
For
and I
exactly
believe it's
1 year today.
yep,
Is
and
it?
I
Was it
believe it's like
21? Can you do something for me?
no,
Nope,
you're
it
never.
Hit
was
him with a rich flex for me.
Jack's got it.
it was from Drake's last album for sure.
No,
Well, that.
Too
Oh, well,
sexy
that's
for my
no. That's not.
I
That's like 3 years
think that
ago,
was
dude. I
yeah,
was
it was
thinking it was
longer.
the. Yeah.
It's that super freaky girl song by Nicki.
Oh my god.
Something, something, something. Look like something.
Yeah.
That song.
Oh my god.
Which to
That was the
me,
last song to be a #1 rap song on Billboard.
that
That
upsets
always
me.
reminded me of that Kesha song. Was it Kesha? And we
Yeah.
kick 'em
Wake up
to the
in the
curb unless they
morning.
look like Mick
Yeah.
Jagger.
Yeah.
Da, da,
Everybody's
dong.
getting drunk.
Yeah, yeah. yeah, yeah.
What a
That's the
term.
last rap song that's been at the top of my charts. I'll tell you that.
You know, that's sad because, but I also get it because other than Drake and like, I don't even know if you can consider Post Malone rap anymore. Like, other than like
Well,
those
Travis
guys,
Scott, I would say, is the other one that you could
yeah. But
throw in there.
Travis hasn't come out with an album. I mean, he just came out with one, but like,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's been out long enough for any of his shit to rise to #1 yet. And honestly, I
probably
listened to most of it. It's very. It's not #1 Billboard shit. It's like vibey shit. It's like shit you do drugs to. You know what I mean? I don't know if you've listened to any
Yeah.
of it.
Well, and
It's
then
I
there's
good,
people
haven't.
like
but
right. There's people like Lil Durk and stuff too, though, that have a following, but they don't have a
yeah,
top of the charts following. Like Lil Durk doing music with Morgan Wallen has a
yeah, it's
recipe for a
crazy.
#1 hit.
Yeah,
That does, but I think him by himself doesn't.
Dude,
yeah,
and I think you just said it.
And then you got like, the baby and shit.
I think that's the thing is it's just country's just had a huge fucking year. Like a crazy year. It's been a crazy year for country music.
well,
Like
it's
insane.
because, dude, it's because it. So fucking music is starting to become like basketball. It's almost becoming genreless, and people are just kind of creating their own genres. Doing everyone's
You're
moving
right.
very freely between their genres, and it's like
Yep.
fuck it, I want to go do some shit with this person, that person. So it's like, in
Yeah.
country
You're
music,
following a player now, not the
oh
team.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And country music, our country music stars, I should say, have just been riding that wave and taking advantage of it like a motherfucker, dude. Like they have their hits for their album, like their deep tracks, their deep cuts, but then they go out on the radio and they do, you know, something with fucking Dua Lipa or fucking Lil Durk or fucking Nelly if you're Tim McGraw, you know, like shit like that.
And I
Like
think we have more hip, like new country singers now than we ever did. I mean,
ever.
between Morgan Wallen, Zach Bryan, Luke Combs, like guys like that, they are fucking our age, which
Yeah.
makes it way easier to like. Nobody wanted to listen to fucking Midland,
Yeah.
fucking people
they're
say
old.
I gotta drink. I mean, I love that music, but like that is not the country that was gonna make a comeback.
Yeah.
We needed new people like this.
I mean,
I
you know
love
who
it, though.
started
I
it?
agree. The country had a huge year.
Florida Georgia Line started that shit, man.
The
Yeah,
hip
fun,
country train.
fun hip country. You're right. They did.
Yeah, they really started that shit. But yeah, that sucks for rap music. But I also think that's always been rap music. I mean, also not to bring like race up, but like it's a white country as a whole. You know what I mean? And like it's
Mm.
that's a black art in reality. Like, and I mean, I know we like it because we're not fucking idiots and we can understand good music from all genres. But like, it's there's a big demographic of Americans that won't even give it a chance if they wanted to. Which that so it's like that kind of fucks up that too. So unless you're Drake or someone huge, Eminem, who's not even a black guy, like Eminem or fucking Lil Wayne, like you're not. It's hard to get to the top of those charts.
That's
And
really the problem. Is we need a Lil Wayne album.
yeah,
That'll
and
that'll boost the charts.
this type of rap music nowadays, it doesn't hit the way like they're not radio hits like they used to be. Only like Lil Baby is like the only one that's still putting out like radio hit like shit like that where it's like, oh, I can see this playing on more than just 107.5 or 90. You know what I mean? Like
It's funny though
weird.
because I feel like the radio hits are out there, but like you just have to for some reason now you have to search like for whatever reason they're not putting them on the radio. It's almost like there's too much out there,
Yeah, I
so they
mean,
can't. Like I don't know, it's weird.
I
Like
don't
they're gonna
disagree with
find
you.
their guys, but yeah, maybe
Yeah,
it's just not what they're trying to play on the radio. Like that's not
yeah.
top 40 has changed so much from
Mm.
5 years ago to this year.
I would love to see the way like just the artists too. Um and just like it's hard to get up there too when you don't have like a consistency. I feel like you got to be pretty consistent in music to stay at the top of the charts, like, and especially in the rap game right now, it's like the turnover is insane when it comes
Yeah,
to like every year or every couple months you're getting this new guy who's putting out like a hitter or two and then it kind of goes away and he goes away or gets killed or some stupid shit like that and you're like, fuck, man, like this guy was
yeah.
going to be a stud. Like Juice World, you know what I mean? Like Juice was a fucking dog, but he only put up,
Juice would have had a
you
number
know,
one this year.
yeah,
Like
100%.
that's just yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. I think rap's in a good spot. I just think that in terms of like overwhelming like love from the Billboard type shit, I don't think it's just not. There's not enough like popularity in each artist except guys like Drake, maybe J. Cole. Um,
Do you believe in like the industry plant shit? They've been talking a lot about that with that Bobby girl that interviewed Drake and saying that she's like an industry plant. And I've always felt that way, like, and I think a lot of people have felt that way about music, where the a label will put somebody out there, just a good looking person, and put them out there, write all their songs, and just be like, all right, you're the fucking star. Like, you just go be the star, and we'll take care of everything else.
well, yeah, I mean they did that with like. I mean, I feel like I personally thought that was what they did with Britney Spears. I mean, she's not talented. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I know all the shit that happened with Britney makes everyone want to love her, but she's not talented, dude. Like they gave her songs, she went and sang them okay, and she was hot. Like, I mean, they did that for a long time in pop music. I feel like, from
Yeah.
in that era, those early 2000s era, like that, all those, it was just how good you looked and not how
I
well you sang.
I feel like, yeah, they just gave her songs like within her vocal range.
Hmm.
And we're like, all right, go get it. Like she
Yeah,
never like belted one out like Alicia Keys or anything like that,
no,
like really just fucking
nah.
singing it.
That's why pop music kind of sucks as a whole. But like nowadays with the internet, like and the America's Got Talent and the American Idol and blah blah blah, it's like you're actually seeing talented people get a little more of an opportunity rather than like, hey, we found this girl who kind of sounds okay. She can
Right.
definitely sell records, because like that young generation is always gonna like the pop music that's out. I don't care what anyone says. Like there's gonna be more than 50% of the young that demo, mostly younger, like teen girls to 20-year-old girls are going to love that music, regardless of who's
Yep.
singing it. So like it's like who's relatable at this point, and right there was Britney Spears, like, oh, the schoolgirl, blah 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 blah, super
Yep.
relatable. Now it's like Dua
For us
Lipa.
it
I
was
mean,
Taylor Swift, like
yeah,
when we were growing up.
exactly. Yeah, it's like there's just always like, that person. I think Taylor Swift is a little more like, but it's not as bad as it used to be in terms of like just giving people opportunity because of they looks. But that Bobby
No,
girl,
Taylor Swift's obviously very
yeah,
talented.
talented. I'm not a huge fan, obviously, but
She
I can
writes all her
appreciate.
songs.
Yeah, That's why they all fucking sound the same.
There you go. I
So
didn't
I
say
got
it.
a question about that Bobby girl. So, uh, are they saying that she's an industry plant in terms of like, oh, hey, this they like the company knows she's gonna sell, or
Now
she's an
they're
industry?
saying that because her first fucking 5 interviews were with some of the biggest celebrities in the fucking world.
Okay,
Like she got Lil Yachty, Drake,
Funny
what's his
Marco,
name? That famous dude.
Mark Cuban.
Mark
Mark
Cuban.
Cuban, and a
Yep.
couple other folks, which is insane. But she has an agent that is also an agent for a lot of fucking celebrities. So it's not very
Well,
surprising
she
that
got
she got
signed to a
interviews with these
huge
folks.
like social media, like digital media company though. Like the her agents or whatever. Like
That was after the Drake interview, though.
no, I thought that was before the Drake interview
No, she
and after
DM'd
the Funny
Drake,
Marco
not expecting anything. Because Drake, what happened was Drake saw one of her videos. It came up just on
with
his
the
like
Funny
reels.
Marco guy, yeah, and he
Yeah,
promoted it.
with the nobody. Yeah, and then
He's
Drake
not a
liked it.
nobody.
Is he not a
Anyways, go
nobody
on.
though?
He's not a nobody, and he has
But
one
he's
that
not like
dude. The clip when he talks about his type, she's like, "What is your?" Because she's like, "Would you like? Are you hitting on me?" And he's like, "Sorry
to
to cut you
Drake.
off on this first thought." No, to the fucking Funny Marco guy, and he's just like,
Oh,
"You're
I
not
never
my
saw
type."
that one.
And she's like, "Oh my god." She's like, "What is your type?" He goes, "Real ghetto bitches." Always patting their head, be like, "Where my baby daddy at? Where my baby daddy at?" And she come up to me, I'm in jail. She slashed my tires and say, "Yeah, bitch." Now he's like, "That's my type, dude." It's one of the funniest clips on the fucking planet. I love it. And she's just
Damn, I
like,
gotta watch that. She couldn't
but anyways,
believe it.
yeah, she couldn't believe it. It was so fucking funny. But I thought that she was already signed to that label before the the Drake interview, but I guess not.
That's not the way she tells it because she said that she just, like I said, Drake liked that post and then started following her. So she DM'd him, was like, "Hey, you want to be on my podcast?" And she just thought that that clip was so funny, or Drake thought that
Hmm.
was so funny that he was like, "Yeah, I'll fucking jump on your podcast." And then after you get Drake, you can get anybody,
So
right?
how would that make her an industry plant though is my thing. Like
Yeah.
somebody that's my
After hearing
confusion.
that story, like I didn't think that she was. I was just like, yeah, like, and I think that she's super talented. He's lost, Jack. That's not good.
That's really bad.
That's really bad. Hopefully, we're still rolling. If we are still
Yeah.
rolling, I think that she's really talented. Like genuinely, it's just obviously it's weird, but like a lot of people like it. You know.
Yeah, no, and it's like that and that standoffish, like fucking cute little but also kind of a bitch. Like it's she plays into so many little fucking things that I think what she does is talented also. Like I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you gotta be you gotta be good at what you do to be able to fucking keep that persona going on, you know?
And that Drake interview was a fucking hitter. It
Yeah,
was huge.
I didn't watch all of it. I just saw some of the shorts and now that it's not on the internet anymore.
Uh, okay. Well, good shit. That is episode 82. I wanted to get into the fact that there's like these houses are fucking exploding everywhere, but we don't have to talk about that. We could pop that in next week. It's kind of weird and it's kind of freaks me out. Uh, but yep, episode 82 is a wrap. We got nothing else. We love you guys. We will see you next week. Have a safe weekend. Have a fun weekend. And we'll see you for episode 83. Probably going to be some college football stuff in there because we got week 0 coming up. So we'll talk to you then. Love you.
Oh,
Peace.
we sure will. See ya.